Hello, my name is Michelle. I'm here to discuss 10-year-old Jane. She was referred to us by Dr. Jones, her psychologist, to conduct the Wechsler Intelligence Scale for Children 4th edition due to academic difficulties in the past and present. Most recently, her standardized tests, Jane is scoring below average in reading, math, and language. Jane was administered 15 subsets of the Wechsler Intelligence Scale for Children 4th edition. Her results concluded that her general cognitive abilities is within the average range of intellectual functioning. Her overall thinking and reasoning abilities exceed those of approximately 42% of her peers. Both Jane's verbal and nonverbal reasoning abilities are also in the average range. Jane's verbal reasoning abilities, as measured by the Verbal Comprehensive Index, are in the average range of above about 61% of her peers. Jane's performance on these subtests that contribute to the Verbal Comprehension Index are all in the average range. Jane's nonverbal reasoning abilities, measured by the Perceptual Reasoning Index, are in the average range and above 55% of her peers. Measuring visual stimuli performance to the Perceptual Reasoning Index. This was suggesting that her abilities in this domain are less equally developed. Jane's working memory abilities, measured by the Working Memory Index, are in the low average range, but above those of only 18% of her peers. And relative to her verbal comprehension and perceptual reasoning abilities, Jane's ability to sustain attention, concentrate, and exert mental control are a weakness for her. This means that Jane has a hard time holding in information in her short-term memory. Processing this information is more time-consuming for her and will drain her mental energies quicker than other kids her age. Jane's speed of processing abilities, measured by the Processing Speed Index, are in the average range and above 27% of her peers. Processing visual material quickly is an ability that Jane performs poorly compared to her verbal reasoning ability. Jane's weakness in mental control and pattern of processing speed abilities lower than verbal comprehension are more common among students who are experiencing academic difficulties than among those who are not. For recommendations, I would encourage family and teachers to frequently review information with her to be remembered while providing positive reinforcement for improvement. This information can be used in a chunking strategy where pieces of information are grouped together into large chunks so that fewer bits are needed to be remembered. Jane will also need encouragement from her family to support efforts in completing homework. Instead of focusing on higher grades, she needs to focus on quality of work and timely completion of assignments. And that concludes my report on Jane.